How's it going, guys? So welcome to my next video. So in this video I will show you how I'm modeling statue for my short school film. Yeah, I want to say this is not realistic style, it's a bit stylized, and at the end I'll put a stroke over it or kind of fake lines, and I think the effect can look really interesting. By the way, I'd like to post videos more often, but due to many other projects, school and work, this is the only option for me. I don't know, like once a month, once in 2 months. I know it's not often, but in future I'd definitely like to post more frequently. So now here is over 400 subscribers, so thank you very much for watching this, guys, for watching my channel. I'm so glad you like it. Honestly, I know 400 subscribers is not a lot, but it means a lot to me. Let's do it. So this is my initial sketch. In the story, this is the statue of a man who disappeared from the bird's life after a horrible earthquake. He was a sculptor and the bird was his companion. Liu, the main protagonist, will need to stop and recharge her vehicle on the island. While waiting, the bird crosses her path and tries to make an advantage of her in order to find his lost friend. The bird part of the statue will be broken and buried in the sand. Liu will eventually find this and will try to fix it, to make the statue complete again. So this was very brief info, and let's get back to modeling. So as you can see, I started by adding a simple box, adding edge loops and trying to make the shape look similar to my image reference in background. What I need to mention is, I'm not doing this exactly like the reference. On sketch, the statue is already in a pose, but while I'm modeling this, I'm using mirror modifier, so my each step will be copied to the opposite side. Once I'm finished with everything, I will tweak the pose, make it more asymmetrical, which will add more life and dynamics to the model. I wasn't really sure how to do the hair. The shape of the sketch is not very straightforward. It's quite easy to make something look okay on drawing, but when it comes to 3D, this needs to be definite shape. Maybe the topology is not the best here. I need to do this quickly though. The general rule is that you may want to avoid angons. Triangles are okay, but what you need to aim for is 4-sided polygon. This looks best when it comes to shading, and particularly important if you have some organic moving topology like face, so especially important if it's going to be animated. In static objects like these, it's not so big deal, but generally try to avoid angons to prevent problems which may occur later on. So now let's make the bird. I tried to make this look very rigid, like it's really carved out of stone. I think these asymmetrical features will make it look more interesting, so as I said, I don't fully rely on my reference, just trust your gut. Unless you're doing some model which needs to have very precise, very defined proportions. In my case now, the reference should help me as a guide. I am the author, I don't need to make it look exactly as I drew it. I decided to quickly paint this directly in Blender. I just created simple material, added some procedural noise effect, then I created simple mask with cracks and used it as a stencil. There needs to be some sort of wear, some visible damage, so this will be my bump layer. I also painted moss. I think it makes this look more interesting. There will obviously be less saturated green on the bird part, as it's buried down in the sand. And yeah, so I put it in my pre-modeled environment. As you see, really simplified foliage. And I tried to break it somehow. Maybe she will fix the broken foot with the wet sand. I need to figure this out. So at the end, I duplicated wall geometry, scaled along normals. You can do this by pressing Alt and S. I flipped normals and created fake stroke material. There are plenty of tutorials how to make these strokes effectively and quickly, so I won't dig into this much. So yeah, this is it. I'm quite satisfied with the results. What do you guys think about this? Feel free to leave comments, share your ideas, your thoughts. Maybe you would do something differently. I'm really curious. And yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say. I hope you enjoyed the video. Consider subscribing and the bell button if you liked it. And as always, see you next time.